This match looks like a celebration for Mexico. The home crowd, the opening ceremony, the historic stadium, the first whistle of the World Cup. But underneath all of that noise, there is danger. Because opening matches are not normal matches. They are tense, they are emotional, they punish mistakes. And for Mexico, this is not just about starting a tournament. This is about proving they can handle the pressure of hosting the world. Mexico are favorites. They should win this game. But South Africa are not coming to Mexico City just to enjoy the occasion. They have one clear path to make this uncomfortable. Survive the first wave, stay compact, frustrate the crowd, and wait for Mexico to leave space behind. So the question is simple. Will Mexico turn home advantage into a statement win? Or will South Africa drag the World Cup opener into a tactical trap? This is Mexico versus South Africa, and this is the prediction before the whistle. Mexico opened the World Cup 2026 against South Africa in Group A at Mexico City Stadium. For Mexico, the expectation is victory. They are the hosts. They have the stronger squad. They know the conditions. They have the crowd behind them. And with South Korea and Czechia also in this group, they cannot afford to waste points in the first game. A win gives Mexico control of the group immediately. A draw creates pressure. A defeat would be a national shock. For South Africa, the pressure is different. They are the underdog, but that can be powerful in an opening game. They do not need to dominate possession. They do not need to outplay Mexico for 90 minutes. They need to stay alive. And if this game is level after 30 minutes, then after 45 minutes, then deep into the second half, the pressure slowly moves away from South Africa and lands directly on Mexico. That is where this match becomes dangerous. Mexico's biggest strength should be control. They will want to take the ball early, push South Africa back, and use the emotion of the stadium to create momentum. Expect Mexico to play with width, with aggressive movement from the wide players, and with midfielders trying to win second balls quickly after attacks break down. The idea will be simple. Keep South Africa pinned in, stop counters before they start, move the ball quickly from side to side, and create enough pressure that the first goal eventually comes, but Mexico must be careful. Because the line between pressure and panic is very thin in an opening match. If Mexico rush the final pass, if they force crosses from bad areas, if they send too many bodies forward too early, South Africa will see the spaces. That is why Mexico's key player to watch is Edson Alvarez. Whether he plays in midfield or drops deeper, his role is vital. He is the safety lock. He is the player who can stop the counterattack before it becomes a real chance. If Mexico attack with both fullbacks high, Alvarez has to read danger early. If South Africa try to break through the middle, he has to shut the door. If the game becomes emotional, he has to bring calm. Mexico do not just need attackers in this match. They need control. They need patience. They need someone who understands that the opener cannot be won in the first 5 minutes, but it can absolutely be damaged by one careless mistake. For South Africa, the plan should be clear. They are not going to Mexico City to trade attacks from the first minute. That would be a mistake. Their best path is a compact defensive block, tight spaces between midfield and defense, and quick transitions when Mexico lose the ball. South Africa need to make the center of the pitch crowded. They need to force Mexico wide. They need to make Mexico cross from areas where the defense is already set. And when the ball is won, they must be brave enough to counter. That is where players like Teboho Mokanena, Lyle Foster, and Ronwen Williams become important. Mokanena can give South Africa control in moments where they desperately need calm. Foster can be the outlet, the player who gives defenders something to hit when Mexico press high. And Williams, as goalkeeper and captain, may be the difference between South Africa staying alive or losing control early. Because if Mexico score inside the first 15 or 20 minutes, the whole match changes. The crowd gets louder. Mexico relax. South Africa have to open up. And that gives Mexico more space. But if Williams makes one big save early, if South Africa clear the first few dangerous crosses, if the score stays 0-0, then doubt begins to enter the stadium. And doubt is exactly what the underdog wants. The main tactical battle is this: Mexico's wide pressure against South Africa's counterattack. Mexico will try to overload the flanks. They will want combinations out wide, quick switches of play, and runners arriving into the box. South Africa will try to do the opposite. Stay narrow, stay connected, stay disciplined. Do not chase every pass, do not get pulled apart. Then, when Mexico lose the ball, attack the space behind the fullbacks. That space could decide the match. If Mexico protect it well, South Africa may struggle to create enough chances. But if Mexico become too emotional, too desperate, or too aggressive, South Africa can hurt them with one quick break. And that is the danger for the favorite. Not that South Africa will dominate the game. They probably will not. The danger is that Mexico dominate possession but leave themselves exposed. The danger is that Mexico have 60% of the ball, but South Africa create the clearer chances. The danger is that Mexico feel the weight of the occasion and start playing the match in the wrong rhythm. Too fast, too forced, too impatient. That is how opening matches become traps. For Mexico to win, they must score without losing balance. They must attack with control. They must trust the process. They must move South Africa around, but they cannot let the game become a track meet. They need to make South Africa defend for long periods, then punish them when the block finally breaks. For South Africa to win, or even to get a draw, the path is simple but difficult. Survive the opening storm, protect the central areas, make Mexico cross from poor positions, win second balls, use set pieces, and above all, keep the match alive long enough for pressure to become a factor. If South Africa score first, this game becomes completely different. Mexico would still have the quality to respond, but emotionally the stadium changes. The noise becomes nervous, the passes become rushed, the underdog grows taller with every clearance. That is the upset path, but over 90 minutes, Mexico should still have enough. They have the home advantage, they have more attacking options, they have the stronger overall squad, and if they manage the emotional side of the occasion, they should create enough chances to win. My prediction is Mexico 2, South Africa 1. Confidence level, medium. Upset chance, 30%. Key player to watch, Edson Alvarez. Main tactical battle, Mexico's wide attacks against South Africa's transition threat. Danger for Mexico, losing balance while chasing an early goal. Path to victory for South Africa, compact defending, fast counterattacks, set pieces and patience. Final verdict, Mexico win the opener, but South Africa make them work for it. I expect Mexico to start strong, South Africa to survive some pressure, and the match to become tense before Mexico's quality eventually decides it. But this is not a comfortable prediction. This is a danger game. Mexico should win. But if South Africa reach halftime level, the opener could become much closer than people expect. Before the whistle, my final score is Mexico 2, South Africa 1. Now it is your turn. Drop your exact score prediction in the comments. Will Mexico start the World Cup with a statement win? Will South Africa shock the hosts? Or are we heading for another opening match draw?